Today we're going to take a look at this beautiful RC model replica of a Savage bobber, which is extremely beautiful and it's 1 meter in wingspan. It all comes pre-assembled, so you don't have to worry about building it from scratch, but you have to invest a little bit of time to put everything together, especially the electronics. These are the electronics, but please do not order the plane with the electronics included in this kit because they are very low quality. I recommend you buy the electronics separately, especially the servos, they are very bad quality. You'll see why later in this video. Now let's put everything together and keep going. I really like the build quality, everything seems to be fine. They use plywood, carbon fiber, balsa wood and some metallic wires. The wings are also made with the classic balsa wood construction and coloring, and the colors are very interesting. All the hardware is included, so you don't have to worry about buying extra stuff, but you have to be aware that you need to have your radio control system with receiver and your own batteries. I would also recommend buying extra propellers, and you will see why. I forgot to mention that this plane has all the control surfaces that we can find in the real plane, that is the flaps, ailerons, elevator and rudder. After the main stuff is done, now we have to join the wings to the fuselage using some epoxy glue. After everything is put together, I just take my radio, set up everything, and we are ready to go out and fly. This is the very maiden flight. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's going to be very interesting. Of course, I check the center of gravity because it's very important in a new plane to have the center of gravity correct, or even a little bit nose heavy. The first thing I'm going to do is taxi on the ground to see how I behave, how I can handle, and it's struggling a little bit because the wheels are very small and it's a little bit of tall grass, so it's okay, it's not a big deal. But now, let's go for the takeoff. Oops, I didn't expect that. It seems that it enters a stall very early. But the plane is fine, so I'm going to try a second time. Well, that's very weird, so I'm going to try launching it by hand and see how it goes. A little bit nose heavy, but it's flying. But it's a little bit hard to control. I think there is something wrong with the alignment of the wings or something else. Also, it's not as stable as I expected it to be. Also, the landing was very harsh. It enters stall at the end, and it tends to enter in stall very quickly. I don't know why. After that, I did another flight that unfortunately I lost the file, so I cannot show you how I crashed, but it was flying fine and then the motor stopped and crashed nose down into the ground. So this is the result, and the culprit was the ESC. The ESC desoldered from the wires to the motor, and that's why the motor stopped. That's why I don't recommend to buy the version that includes the electronics, because they are not high quality. Here you can see a close-up of the ESC and the wires unsoldered from it. I took it home and created a new engine cowling with some black foam board, and it just looks fine, and put everything together again and it should work now. Up to this point I was still thinking that it was a problem of the center of gravity, but now that I'm looking at the images I think there was a problem of the wing alignment. But I will try it this time and see how it goes. Nope, and now I give up. The plane is very damaged already and I've broken like 3 propellers, and I don't think I'll spend more time on this, and that's it. So my opinion about this plane is that it's a very beautiful model, but I think there was something wrong with it and it wasn't supposed to be like that. I wouldn't definitely recommend it to a beginner, and to someone with some experience maybe, but you have to be aware that this plane is not as easy as I thought it would be to fly it. Maybe there was some wing torsion that I didn't notice, or there was a misalignment, which can be fixed with a little bit of time and patience, but right now I don't have the time, so that's it. Also, the electronics that they include are very bad, except for the motor, but the rest are not recommended at all. You must buy the servo separately, a good ESC, and of course you must have your own receiver and batteries. Well guys, this is my honest review. I hope you liked it. If you still want to buy the product, I'll leave the link in the description below. That helps me with the channel. And even if you don't buy that product but you buy other products from that link, that would help out with the affiliate link. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.